hope you're doing good. I am Divya, and as I promised in my previous video, here I am with a list of books that will make you happy. So before I speak about the books, please do subscribe to my channel if you've not already done it and make me feel happy. Also, share this video with your friends and beloved ones. Let them also read these books, and after all, sharing just increases your happiness. So do that. So let's speak about the books right now. The 5 books that I'll be speaking about, the first 2 books are going to be fictional. So in the course of reading them itself, you will gain happiness, while the rest 3 books are going to be non-fictional books, which you will have to ideally read and inculcate those things, whatever is being told in the book in your life in order to be happy. Without any further ado, let's start with the first book in my list. The first book in my list is Catherine Center's How to Walk Away. Though the title may seem to sound like a non-fiction, it is purely a fictional book. It's a story about a girl named Margaret who was having the best day of her life. Like, she was aspiring to get a particular job, a dream job of hers, which she finally got, and her boyfriend, whom she has been dating since long, he has finally proposed her, so everything is a celebration time for her. But on the very same day, she gets into a big tragic situation, the main tragedy in her life, which is a plane crash, and she's almost paralyzed. Now, when I say all this, you would be like, now where is happiness in this? But it is from here, like how she overcomes this major tragedy in her life, that determination and the courage to come out of this. That is where actually the story begins, and it is just so awesome. It's a story about acceptance and, as I said, determination. It's basically that low phase in her life which actually acts as a catalyst in order to get her into an elevated life altogether, a new beginning. It is a complete family drama plus romance with a lot of things to laugh. Like, the humorous content in the book is just so awesome. You will really love it and will not regret it. So definitely try this book. Alright, so now let's speak about the second book. The second book is Sandy Hall's A Little Something Different. A Little Something Different is a very sweet, simple love story between a girl and a guy being improvised by 14 different characters. And these 14 different characters are not just people but also animal and even objects like squirrel, bench, and other people are speaking about this particular couple. So even the barista in the cafeteria where they go, even she wants the girl and guy to fall in love and then lead a happy life. So every character in this book basically wants this girl and guy to be a couple and just lead a complete love life and get married. So that's the story about. There's no jealousy at all in this book. Everyone just wants them to fall in love, and that is why this book just gives you so much of happiness. It's about completely about love and everyone wanting them to fall in love. However, if you've just had a breakup or you're going through a tough time in your love life, then I wouldn't suggest you to read this book currently. Why? Because in this book, love just happens so seemingly so easy, and everything is so fine in this book. So in that case, you might feel like, oh, why only my life is like this, everything in this book seems to be right. So in that case, do not read this book. For you guys, you can definitely try the first book because that will deal with this issue of breakup and all that. But this book, it's not recommended for you guys, but others definitely should read this. It's so much of fun reading this book, and I was pretty much surprised when I read that Sandy Hall wrote this book in just 6 days. I mean, how could she just write it in 6 days? And that too, improvisation from 14 different characters. It's so difficult. I mean, hats off to her. I really like this book. You should all definitely read this book. So let's go to the third book. The third book is Mind Is Your Business by Sadhguru. I get a lot of recommendations on Facebook of Sadhguru's videos, and I do watch them, though I do not follow him as such in Facebook. I do get a lot of recommendations and I love watching them, especially if those are questionnaires that I also basically have, then I would definitely watch the video. And if you've liked his videos, then definitely you will love this book as well. However, if you do not like his videos, then I wouldn't recommend this book because it's quite similar. I mean, whatever he generally speaks in his videos, that's the same thing what he has written in the book as well. So if you like his videos, you can definitely try this book. This book explains how to cultivate inner peace and joy by just taking care of your mind, and also explains the proper difference between mind, brain and body. and how to tame them exactly. It's a very short book, barely I think 130, 140 pages maximum. I think 120 to 130. It's very short, so you can definitely read it in quite a couple of hours itself, and it's written in very simple language as well, so it's very easy to read. I'll definitely recommend this book for you to stay happy. Alright, so let's go to the fourth book. The fourth book in my list is Gretchen Rubin's The Happiness Project. As the name suggests, it's a project in order to become happy. So what the author has done is, she has divided the entire project into 12 different sub-projects. And each month, she picks up one particular sub-project and works on it. For example, in the month of January, she works in order to boost her energy. So she does a lot of exercise, meditation, removes a lot of household clutters and all of that, which will really help her boost her energy. When I said about clutters, she's written it so elaborately and I really loved it. So I thought I'll just speak about it, a few sentences about it, what she has written. So there are different types of clutters in our home, household clutters, like bargaining clutter, for example. So what we do is, like, when we see somewhere in market, when we go, there are things which are being sold at a very low rate, like bargaining, like when we get it at a very low rate, we tend to buy them. Even if we know also that we won't use it anytime, we might think, let's keep it at home. So we just tend to buy them just because it's at a low rate. Similarly, there are aspirational clutters which we'll think, oh, one time we might use it, aspirational, so we just keep buying it. Other ones are like nostalgic clutters, which we would have used it when we were very young and still, we keep it at our home just because we have some kind of nostalgic moments with it. So the third one, especially, that nostalgic clutter is something that I can really relate to. I have a lot of even toys and all those things that I used to, use when I was very young. So that is nostalgic clutter. So how to, eliminate all of them, and then how it can help in your life. All that she has explained so well, which I really loved. So that was the first part in January. Then in the next month, Feb, she comes up with the next sub-project. Something like, for example, she has taken marriage. So every month she has one or the other thing that she needs to accomplish. But basically, January you've done something. So Feb, it's the next sub-project, right? But it's not like, when you do take up something in Feb, you just lose whatever is in Jan. No. So basically, you're accumulating things. Like whatever is done in Jan, you will do in Feb as well. But in Feb, you'll do the new things as well. In March, it's Jan plus Feb plus March with a new project, sub-project basically. So by the end of the year, you will be doing all 12 things and you won't even know that you're doing these 12 things, because it kind of becomes a habit and you will just enjoy doing all of them. And that's how it just grows up and you'll feel at the end of the year so happy. Now, after reading this book, you might have a tendency to take this as a New Year resolution. Okay, by Jan next year, from Jan next year, I'll take up this resolution that every month I'll do some sub-project and work on it. But guys, do not go for next year. Do not even think about tomorrow. In fact, even the previous book which I spoke about, Sadhguru's book, he's also telling, never think of doing something tomorrow. Do it right now. Do it today. So if in case you want to read this book, go ahead, and after reading this book, start right away. Don't start wait for the next year or wait for the next month. Rather you can just start from today and then count plus 30 days from now as 1 month, and then do the accumulation likewise, and that will really help you. And very important point, even the author has mentioned, every person is unique, so the happiness project of every individual will be really different. But after reading this book, you'll get some points which can help you make up your plan. So you can take away a lot of points from her project and leave the things which you feel are not relevant to yours. Because for example, if you're not married, probably that marriage goal, like how to take care of your family and all of that, might not, like your marriage, your couple, how to take care of your partner, all of that won't help you. So you can avoid it, put in the things that you would want and all of that, because everyone is unique. So that's the Happiness Project. Must read, and you will really love it if you try to inculcate all these things in your life. Alright, so now let's go to the fifth book. The fifth book in my list is Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. This book is mainly for people who are looking to do something creative. So if you want to write a book, or if you want to go into music, arts, something which is very creative and still have not done it, if you're scared of doing how to start it or do it, then you should definitely read this book. It's about happiness that you gain out of creativity, and also how to do it. Like, everyone basically has that starting trouble, like how to start a particular thing. You have a lot of ideas with you, but then you're scared to do a lot of things. And that is what this book explains about, like how not to be scared about it, and happiness that you gain after that. All of that is pretty much explained in this book. I somehow could not relate with everything that she spoke. Rather than relating, what I would say is I couldn't agree with all of the things that Elizabeth has said in this book. In fact, Elizabeth herself has mentioned that, not everyone would be able to agree to all the points in the book, which is quite natural as well. So even for you as well, when you read this book, you might not be able to agree everything. You might disagree a lot of points as well, but that's quite normal. It's just okay. Take away the things that you feel is right for you, and then you can just ignore the rest. However, even if there are things to disagree, there are a lot of things to agree as well, which will really help you and motivate you to do a lot of creative things in your life. Like, if you have at least one idea that is really creative and you want to work on it, this is the right book. You should definitely read this book. It really has a lot of questions that come into a person's mind when they have a creative thought and do not know how to take it forward. So if in case you are a person who really wants to do something new, definitely pick it up. It will help you in one or the other way. So that was the 5th book in my list. So these are the 5 books that will make you happy. I will encourage you all to read all these 5 books. However, as I said earlier as well, if you're having a low time in your love life, avoid the 2nd book. Similarly, if you do not have any new ideas, anything creative right now in your mind, then you can avoid the 5th book. Yeah, but otherwise you can definitely go through the rest of the 3 books. So that's the books in my list that will make you happy. If you like this video, please like this video, share it to your beloved ones, and comment about what you felt about these 5 books. If you've read these 5 books or any of these books, let me know how you felt about these books. Until we meet next time, this is Nivya signing off. Take care, happy reading, and enjoy your life. Bye.